EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Carolina Panthers and the Green Bay Packers. Set to go now on a beautiful sunny afternoon. And off we go from Lambeau. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's going to be out of bounds here as the run back will leave him shy of the 20-yard line. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off, and he will bring this one back. It's a pick six for a Panther touchdown. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. This taken in at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. Second down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now it's Rodgers. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Throwing now is Rodgers. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Throwing is Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Rodgers now to throw. Well, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And the Panthers are going to take possession here at their own 33.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
Darnold and the Panthers now with a 1st and 10 here at the 33-yard line. They'll run it here. This is Deontay Foreman. And some space here. A big run there. 29 yards and a first. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that, the nickel look. 5 sets, 5 DBs. But what also happens then, you take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. To throw is Darnold. Taking a shot here for Marshall. This is caught inside the 15. A big play there for Carolina. 42 yards. And the tight end goes in motion left. They'll run here with Hubbard. And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. Now Darnold. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And the Packers are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They take over here following the interception. That's the good news. The tough spot is the spot that they're in. That's inside the 5 in the shadow of their own goalpost here. 1st and 10. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. Back near the goal line. Here's Rodgers. He hits Dobbs on the crosser. And he's able to get this up just shy of the 15. So still backed up, but the situation not as dire now. 1st and 10 at the 14. Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw finds its target, Dobbs. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. Rodgers now on 1st down. And that nearly intercepted. Oh, the free safety rolling into position, almost had it, but it's 2nd down.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Rodgers' throw complete here on target to Tunyon. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. This hasn't been their cleanest first half of football. Last thing they wanted to do was give it up to the opposition, but able to keep it as it goes out of bounds.
Yeah, tough first half, no doubt about it. But if they turn it over there, now things turn a little, how would you say it, dire? And they didn't need that hassle at all. So being able to take care of the football is paramount. Fortunate bounce for them there in order to retain it.
From midfield, here's Rodgers. That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 27-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
I know I spend a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
It certainly looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Rodgers. This one swung out here to Jones. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. To throw, it's Rodgers. And it's a Packers touchdown. Aaron Rodgers finding Christian Watson. And the Packers go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Crosby connects on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fields this way up at the 17. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in point. He's got a man, complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Chuba Hubbard, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Panthers have moved out in front. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive. And they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
He's going to launch this deep for Watson. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Packers. Christian Watson with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Packers are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Crosby with the extra point, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. The 40. The 20. He will score. Touchdown, Carolina.
Well, he made the right choice by result, but a little bit surprising because now with touchbacks coming back to the 25 instead of the 20, when guys fielded that deep in the end zone, I think most coaches want them to take a knee.
Yeah, it's resulted in more kneel downs. Not right there. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown, as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with just under a minute to go, they might try to think about mounting a drive here if they can and get in the end zone. Could potentially tie this game up. On first down, Rodgers. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And that's caught inside the 35. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number one. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Rodgers going to throw. And incomplete, he dropped it. Maybe a rookie mistake there, 2nd down.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally catches. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, every point certainly counts at this stage of the game, but after driving so far, you absolutely know they want to finish it with 6 instead of 3.
Hey, you block over here. 26.
Rodgers again now. This is caught, and he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Robert Tonyan, 28 yards. And the Packers are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive, as they will take over here with a little more than 30 seconds remaining. Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Throwing on 2nd and long. Darnold. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And this drive was almost over before it began, thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Darnold. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3 and out.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. Returnable for Watson. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Rodgers now on first down. That'll be complete to Allen Lazard. And he's got to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Right about 20 yards on the pickup. Officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And with it, they'll take the lead at 24-21. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. A carry for Foreman. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. They snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. Now Foreman. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
And some room to maneuver. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. So again from the 39, this time from the other side of the field. Here's 1st and 10. Again, it's Foreman. 51 yards rushing for him now to this point.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. Darnold will throw it on 3rd and 1. That's complete to his tight end, Sullivan. Touchdown, Carolina. Stephon Sullivan, 30 yards. And the Panthers have retaken a third quarter lead. Pinheiro's extra point up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just already know our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side trying to match each other.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. An inside give to Jones. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd down, here's Jones. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their... first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Here's Rodgers. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. A gain of 8 there on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
They'll break the huddle and come out with 4 receivers, 3 of them to the right side. 2nd and 7. To throw is Rodgers. That's complete right side to Lazard. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Rodgers teaming up with Lazard there for a Packer first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Eight yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Again, it's Jones. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Now Rodgers. Able to find Lazard. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 34-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Up the middle, Jones. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Here's a 4-receiver look now. 3 of those guys out to the right side on 2nd and 8. Now it's Rodgers. He forces one there. It's a potential dagger as it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. And the Panthers are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. Well, this has been a bit of a tough game to figure out when it comes to him throwing the football. He's got the 3 touchdown passes, but now, Charles, this is a 3rd interception.
And those aren't really numbers that you'd like to see balance out. In a normal ledger sheet, if you can balance everything, you feel good about your day. But as a quarterback, you need your ratio to be more like 3 touchdown passes to 1 interception.
After the interception, here's Darnold. Flushed out right. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
There's a lot about that play you could easily see coming. Backed up in the shadow of their own goal line, you know they're going to face pressure.
He's lucky his arm was going forward. It was close, but it was going forward.
Yeah, it could have been a safety or even given up a defensive touchdown.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the end zone, here's Darnold. And his throw here is incomplete.
And they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
On 3rd down, here's a run by Hubbard. And he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as they'll stop him well short of the yellow line. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They're looking at a 4th down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life. On 4th down, Darnold. That's to his running back, complete. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Here comes Marshall in motion right. Oh, and they sent the man in motion too late. This is going to be a delay.
Just a little too lackadaisical, Charles, and they didn't get up and snap the ball in time. Delay of game.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if he understood where the clock was located. In different stadiums, it's in different places. You have to check that in pregame and make sure you're aware so you don't run into penalties like these.
And he's got some space here. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That one good for 33 and a first.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle. If you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage, you got a chance to rumble.
Darnold now to throw.
He'll get this complete to the running back, Hubbard.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
They'll try and run for this with Hubbard.
Fourth down now after a loss of 2. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
They tried to run right into the teeth of the defense on third down, but looked like those teeth were pretty sharp.
They were having absolutely none of it, stuffed them for a loss.
Yeah, couldn't get any leverage up front and move people aside in order to run.
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away.
Taking it about the 1. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Rodgers to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Trying to go for the big one there on 2nd down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Dante Jackson picks it.
And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys have been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle of the
touchdown!
Terrace Marshall,
a 22-yard touchdown grab.
And the Panthers have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. Pinheiro's extra point up and good.
And the lead is up to 18 now.
Packers 24.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
NFL on EA Sports brings us to North Carolina and Bank of America Stadium here in Charlotte. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Carolina Panthers. Set to go now on a beautiful sunny afternoon. And off we go from uptown Charlotte.
Fields it right around the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Smith, the man in motion left. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. In motion left goes Smith. Boston Scott, his first carry. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That good for 19 and a first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
The Panthers are going to take another timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining.
On first down, Hurts.
Got him in. It's Brown.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Throwing is Hurts.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
They're the favorite, no question. And when they score like that on the opening drive to set the tone, you're the underdog on the other bench. That's hard, isn't it?
Yeah, because you can't bring the home crowd into it because you're counting on that to be a part of your equalizer, ride their momentum. But you have to give them something to cheer for. So now what you're worried about is they're better than we are. We can't get going. Are we about to get blown out?
Good news, still a long way to go.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Darnold and the Panthers now with a 1st and 10 here.
At their own 18. And they'll send the tight end in motion left. Darnold on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Panthers. Terrace Marshall, 82 yards. And the Panthers strike quickly here to tie up the ball game. Pinero's extra point up and good. And they take the lead here at 7-6. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time. Now, Charles, remember they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They go again with Scott. They find some open field here. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 53 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. One thing that's great about watching him run, Charles, he doesn't hesitate. He got to the left side of his own line and just went.
So there's two ways to look at that. One, just absolutely unconcerned, just takes off and goes. But more the latter, I think, which is he has absolute confidence in the guys in front of him, the guys doing the blocking for him. He just takes...
And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Quez Watkins. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Eagles are able to move back in front. This time, the extra point up and good. And that'll make this a 6-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive...
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And the Eagles will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
They start on the ground here at Sanders.
They'll get this up to the 47 and brought down there.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
Second down, back to Sanders. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he is finally going to be brought down, but not before he gets it to the Panthers' 13. In motion formation, left comes Brown. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
On 2nd and 11 now. Hurts. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And the Panthers are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford.
He's got a man complete. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Here's Darnold. Looking for Marshall, but it's intercepted. Picked off by James Bradbury. And the Eagles are going to have it here just past the 25.
So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
The offense schemed going 5 wide, trying to create a chance for the big shot, and they took it. If he comes down with that one, that's a huge offensive swing. But credit the defense with a nice play, knocking that one away.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Hurts. This will be caught by Brown. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 42. From the gun, it's Hurts. And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1. And Hurts able to show off some of that elusiveness as he slides to the ground there, and in the process picks up the first down. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Quez Watkins on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns as his guys are able to extend their lead. Elliott good with a PAT, and the lead now stands at 13. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Slot man moves right. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be out right at the 35. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Well, here's your first example of how this guy can beat you in more ways than one, because they took away his arm. But he was more than happy to dissect them with his legs for that first down pickup.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw, Darnold. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw in coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
On 2nd and 10, Darnold over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Darnold. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Gets it out quickly here to the left flat. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
Brandon, I have one word for you after that completion for a first down.
Lucky?
Analytics.
Well, the analytics say you punt the football there.
So we're changing the analytics as we go, right? What a big-time play for them, and really took a big-time chance.
Yeah, big-time first half chance. Faking the give, Darnold. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 20-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. Darnold will throw it on 3rd and 1. And this is going to be intercepted. There he goes left side. He's at the 40.